Hold my baby squid, keep him out of sight. Talking about my life, government stay away. If you drive, I'ma do it my own way. Squid in the ocean, swimming all alone. Ain't nobody telling me where to go. Living free, gotta stay true to myself. No need for interference from anyone else. Squid pro quo, that's the way to be. Living on my terms, setting myself free. Mama to my baby, protecting with my no government intrusion. I control my life.
Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to the channel. I sound a little bit better. I feel a little bit better, but not great. I don't know. It's here. So if I cough, I am here. Oh, Stacy, how are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Oh, the little heard the intro music, and she's about to come over here. Hey, Mom. Diane, Jeff, how are you? I do sound better. I'm about to hack up a lung, so let me mute myself real quick. I could feel that one coming on. All right. We are gonna get back into. I do sound a lot better. Okay. I don't know. It is what it is. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. My jaw is sore today. Like, it's not that it hurts to talk, but it's like the muscles are sore. So it's just taking a lot of work to talk. But I'm not trying to strain my voice today. I'm not talking very loud. You might get ASMR me today. We are going to get back into this document that we are reading. We are going to get into it as soon as possible. Oh wait, yeah, it is what it is. I have water. Angel. I'm trying not to talk except for when I need to. So, all right, this is where we left off yesterday. Angel, what are we doing? She's trying to unplug her pad. I will be right back. It was charging, and she. Well, okay, I will unplug it. Are you unplugged it? Have a hug. Hugs. Are you beautiful? Yeah. I love you. Thank you. All right, we'll get into this because I do want to get through it. We are on page 14 of 42. This is from Cameron Atkinson. This is Bruce's lawyer. This is the lawyer that if I have this lawyer correct, and no one's corrected me, and I haven't been able to find any information to the contrary, he sued Google, or not Google, Meta. So him mentioning Section 230 was like, I'm not surprised because he sued Meta. And if you don't know, and you lived under a rock for the last 30 years, Meta is Facebook and Instagram and Threads. Oh, hi, Mama Cuddles. How are you? I got chronic sinus infection when I was growing up, not bronchitis. So this is new to me. But yeah. All right. The plaintiffs fail to plead sufficient facts to show a breach of any relationship with another specific business entity, and they deliberately omitted the context of Matskin's communications with Whatnot to hide their own attorney's role in provoking Matskin context in the midst of a discovery dispute. Trying to throw Randy under the bus. Here we go. It's all Randy's fault. Blame Randy. Damn, Randy. Ugh. The plaintiff also claimed that Matskin's alleged conduct and speech has interfered with business relationships between them and companies, including Whatnot Inc. and YouTube. A fair reading of their amended complaint also indicates that they might have additional business relationships with Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. They explained that they made money through YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok through shared advertising revenue and subscriptions. They also explained that they'd make money through Whatnot by using it to host online auctions. Common sense. Their amended complaint, however, is completely bereft of any allegations that show a breach of these relationships, let alone one caused by Matskin's alleged conduct. They do not allege that YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram stopped or restricted them at any point in time from publishing content, offering paid subscriptions, advertising products, or engaging in any other uses of their platforms. This is where he's trying to bring in Section 230 again. Oh yes, Kirby. Thank you. Thank you. Please hit that like button. Please share the stream out. We are trying to make it to 4K, and I haven't, being sick and real life taking over, I have not put much effort into growing the channel, but I did record a video this morning. I am trying to edit it. It is about Larisha Thompson. She is a South Carolina mother who was allegedly unalived by 6 Honduras people who shouldn't have been, people from Honduras who are not here legally. And you have probably not heard her name, but she is not of the same skin color as me. And yet you've never heard BLM or any riots or anybody protesting over her tragic unaliving. And what was she unalived for? No reason. She was in her car. So we will get into that. I recorded a video, the press release from DHS and another article, and I will be editing and releasing that. But yeah, I actually recorded a video. Holy crap. What a concept. I'm trying. He's trying to bring in Section 230, and I think that's why Bruce hired him, was because he sued Meta using Section 230. I have to get my hands on that lawsuit, but he's trying to bring in the fact that, oh, it's YouTube. It's a YouTube thing. It's not a me thing. It's YouTube. Like, it's a YouTube thing. I don't know. It's just that's so stupid. Either as a standalone allegation or because of Matskin's alleged conduct. In fact, a visit to the plaintiff's pages on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and TikTok shows no interruption and continuous posts throughout the duration of the time period alleged in the complaint. The plaintiffs allege no facts to show that there was a breach of any kind in their relationship with these companies. Discovery is not. I have not. When I've been sick the last week, we went on a vacation. We went to a water park. We took the little to a water park 2 weeks ago. We got back that Sunday night, and that was 2 weeks ago Sunday. And that night I started getting sick, and ever since then I've been sick. So I saw that you uploaded that. I haven't watched it yet. Live. Oh. Hey, Malin. 230 specifically protects platforms from liabilities, not necessarily the users. An example, if someone defames another user in a tweet, the user can sue the defamer, not Twitter. And I have to look at what he sued Meta for. Wait one. I don't exactly remember what he sued Meta for, but he brought up Section 230 earlier in this lawsuit. So it's And Jeffrey, thank you for celebrating 2 months of membership. Meow, meow, meow. And Kasha, thank you for celebrating 2 months of membership. Hey, everyone. Hope you start feeling better soon. Thank you. And Section 230 has been in the news for a long time because of the misinformation. And is it the platform's responsibility or is it the individual users? And it's it's up for interpretation, but yeah, it is moot, but it's still interesting to see the psychology of why he sued. It's not the contents of the suit. It's for me, from my background and my interest, it's the psychology. And it's the psychology of, it's the linking of, he has familiarity with suing a platform. And this lawsuit is involving a social media platform. So is that why Bruce is drawn to him? Kind of I can't remember the psychological term. As we speak, I have to talk to a psychologist about it, but it's the why people think what they think. Not so much the legal side of things, but for me, it's the psychological side of things of why people do what they do, which comes out in the documents. I'm like the root cause kind of a thing. But that's my education, is the why. Dumbasserism. Hey, Joe, how are you? Oh, my goodness. Bye, Tammy. Darn work. I know that work gets in the way. He sued regarding Facebook taking down his post. You want to come up? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Oh, thank you. Sweet baby. Are you a sweet girl? Yeah. Can you go turn off that other device? No. I have to go turn off her other device. I will be back in a hot second, chat. Ready? We gotta go. Okay. Yeah. Hey, everybody. And she just ran out in the hallway and decided to start crying, and I have no idea why. So, Angel, come here. It's okay. Are you a good girl? Yeah. Are you sweet? Yeah. Are you beautiful? Yeah. Yeah. Are you a hard worker? Yeah. Can you do anything you want to do if you work hard enough? Yeah. 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 Oh. Here, boo. There you go. Oh, want to sit down there? Yeah. What? You can't sit down there, baby. Well, she's going to take over my channel. You can't sit down there, boo. Okay, my chair's going to turn sideways now. Yeah, that sounds like I'm tired, but I won't admit it. Yes, because we don't like to take naps. Yeah, all they had to do was stop. First bad neighbor corrected issues, requested Jeremy stop recording them, and he did. I mean, simple solution. going back to lurking. Everyone be safe out there. Sir Frank, it's good to see you. And Squabble, it's so good to see you. I've seen some of you guys I haven't seen in a while, and I missed you guys. It's so good to see you. She gets cuter every time I see her. She has her moments. She's overall, I can't complain on the spectrum of, Hi, Angel Bug. Can you come up here? Oh, and 3 awesome dogs. I hope you are doing well. If you are the praying type, throw up a couple extra prayers for 3 awesome dogs and his family. He's going through some things too. Details not important, but if you're the praying type, add him to your prayer list. People are going through it right now. All right. The plaintiff alleged no facts to show that there was a breach of any kind with his relationships with any of these companies. What about Whatnot Inc.? What about them? Like the other companies, the plaintiffs failed to allege any breach in their business relationships with Whatnot. They simply allege that on February 17th, Matt Skin allegedly contacted Whatnot and made false statements to them as a part of a malicious conspiracy to damage their business reputation and to interfere with their relationships with Whatnot. Well, that's the interference, and then the damage, precise damage, will come out in discovery. That's what discovery is for. Angel Bug. Girl, I gotta turn this way. No, try. You want to come up here? No, just try. Hi, sweet fly. Oh yes, F cancer. That's the word, the word we got going on here. Oh, where'd the comment go? Yes, F cancer. I agree. Everybody can agree with that sentiment. Yeah, Matt Skin had no business contacting anyone. Sometimes there's things that are free in life, the ability to mind your business and stay in your lane. And there was no need for him to contact. No. There's no need for him to contact any. Pastor, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while either. Huh. Matt Skin allegedly contacted Whatnot and made false statements about them as part of some malicious conspiracy to damage their business reputation and to interfere with a relationship with Whatnot. More on that in a moment. Who says that in a fucking filing? Sorry. The plaintiffs do not allege that Matt Skin's and the footnotes. The plaintiffs do not allege that Matt Skin's alleged conduct caused a breach in their relationship with Whatnot, or that Whatnot suspended or otherwise restricted their use of Whatnot's to hold online auctions, describing how they sell online items on Whatnot auctions. Instead, if the court clicks the link that plaintiffs provide to their Whatnot page, the court can see that they are still using Whatnot to host auctions and giveaways. In fact, when the undersigned checked on June 1st, 2025, the plaintiffs had 26 auctions and giveaways scheduled for almost every day from June 1st to June 30th. I do. Girl, you don't need those. No, it's fine. I try to keep it clean, but with Laura Owens, the gloves are oozing off. Yeah, it just... Nothing in the plaintiff's amended complaint supplies any facts to support the plaintiff's bold accusations that they have been damaged by the loss of their Whatnot business relationships. Well, that's for discovery to show. What I have provided, like I said, a little bit of that evidence to get around all this crap that I knew that a lawyer was going to throw at me, probably, but at the same time, like, that's for That's for discovery. All you have to do is show that your claim has merit. It's like a lot of these lawyers act like you have to provide every single ounce of your evidence in the original complaint. And it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh my God. Thus, their claim as to whatnot is fatally deficient in facts and should be dismissed. Using big words and fancy language is not gonna nah. And I think that's why people hate lawyers. It's like using fancy language and big words is not going to argue your case any better than this lawyer. I just feel like he's fresher out of law school, and even though has the book knowledge, like it's rubbing me the wrong way. It's not. I don't hate this dude as much as I hate Bubbles, though. Like, it's easier to read than it is to read Bubbles crap. But it's still not easy. Go on. Take it. If that pen ends up anywhere else but that paper, you and I are going to have words. Yeah. Whatnot is new. JH has more than one business. Olight, eBay, Whatnot have all been attacked, but they're anti-what the hell's ecosystem. Yeah, and it's not. And people seem to think like it's not. And this is where this case is fascinating to me, in the sense of it's what all these online businesses. It's like technically terms of service are a contract, but with the law and contract law, where is the line? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a contract lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But like, where is the boundaries? Because having a business, a brick and mortar business, and having an online auction, they're completely different things. And it's just this like the lines and the amount of people that you can reach on the internet is so much farther. And I don't think that our judicial system and our laws have kept up with what the internet and the power of the internet. And I think that's where this is where it's fascinating to me. Like, I've talked about that parasocial relationship, why people on the internet and why I think people on both sides of this case are taking it way more personally than the judge. I think the judge isn't taking it as personally as either side of and that's why everybody hates this judge right now. In the sense of, we have personal attachments to these people. I'm friends with Spawn. Spawn's friends with this person. This person's friends with Megan. Megan's friends with Jeremy. We have all these interpersonal relationships, whereas the judge is like, I don't get that. None of that shit makes sense to me. The judicial system does not use a lot of lawyers, not all, as we've seen, do not use social media because it can be an ethical thing. And it can be an ethical line. Like, I've had ethical issues where I've had former patients try to friend me on Facebook. And it's like, where is the line of the ethics issues of like, okay, you're a former patient, but you're not my current patient, but there's lines there that shouldn't be crossed. And this is where if you just don't have social media, it's easier. But then if you don't have social media, you don't know these parasocial relationships and how these businesses and influencers and their audiences interact. And you don't understand those relationships, and it makes it very hard to understand a lawsuit like this. So it's like, it's just like, it's so nuanced. And it's interesting to see the nuances, and I want so bad to be like, Judge, you don't understand the nuance. Like, you don't understand the nuance. Hey, Musi, I'm here. It's like, I'm here. Oh, Turd of Hurdles, how are you? This lawyer doesn't know the whole history starting in 20. Yeah, because Bruce came in April of 24. Yeah, and that's true too. And like it's, and I'm one of those people. I will admit that I only know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know, and I don't act. I try not to act like I know what I don't know because there's so much that I don't, you know. No, I've had bronchitis for the last 2.5 weeks. So my voice is not I have this vocal fry, and now I understand. Like I don't know how people do this to their voice like intentionally because this shit is it's taking a lot of effort to talk, and my muscles in my face are sore and strained from having to talk. It's so weird. Like people are like, "Oh, your voice doesn't sound that bad," or some people have even said, "I like your voice better like this," and I'm like, "Oh God, no, it's good." I did a week of no streaming, but um, I'm missing out on so much. Like I'm drowning in content. Like I have so much to do. Like this was actually supposed to be. I was supposed to finish this yesterday, and Spawn and I were supposed to stream now about some air traffic control stuff, and we pushed that till tomorrow so I can make it through this. So I'm like, and then like I'm going to cook dinner and I'm going to rest my voice for the rest of the night. And I'm going to edit my voice or edit my video that I recorded earlier. And I'm hopefully going to get that out tomorrow morning. Hopefully. I recorded a video. God forbid I recorded a video. Hoy. Hey, EMS. Yeah, I joke because everybody's talking about these Muppets. The Muppet thing is going around right now. I say I'm a chain smoking Muppet. I'm like if Kermit the Frog was a chain smoker. I'm sure Jim Henson's rolling over in his grave with me saying that right now. Yeah, and when I went to the grocery store today, I did buy honey from South Carolina, like raw honey. So I went to a store that sells raw honey, so I'm gonna start adding that to my water. So, you know. And hey, Cake Mako, how are you? I saw your comment. Yeah. And I have the video I recorded today. I decided to record a video on it because I don't have any documents right now. I just want to let people know that I am going to be covering it. So I recorded a document or recorded a thing on it. So plus the YouTube algorithm doesn't like live streams. And because I didn't record or because I didn't do a live stream in a week, I'm bleeding subs. So we're trying to make it to 4K and we're actually going backwards. So, I should just make Spawn read it. Yeah. Oh. I'm just going to leave this comment right here. I'm not going to read it. Yeah, I try to buy local honey, but sometimes can't. So, but this time I did. It's from South Carolina. So, and it's raw. I made sure that it was raw. Hoy. All right. If the court is inclined to give the plaintiffs the benefit of an inference, it should think twice about whether this is where I'm like, you're telling the court what it should think twice about doing? No. It should think twice about whether such an inference is reasonable. The plaintiffs selectively plead their allegations about Matskin's contact with Whatnot to omit the entire context of his communication. The plaintiff's version, as pled, paints a picture that Matskin gratuitously reached out to Whatnot to smear them. The reality tells a different story. On February 17th, 2025, during the course of a discovery dispute in Hale v. Preston, the other case, plaintiff's counsel Randall Shockett emailed Whatnot about the confidentiality clause in its contract with the plaintiffs and asked if they would consent to the contract being disclosed to Matskin. Then the lawyer for defendants Lynette Preston and Don Cook. See Exhibit A. He copied Matskin on this email. In this email, Shockett made comments that Matskin viewed as misrepresenting their discussions and unfairly besmirching them to Whatnot Inc. Matskin emailed Shockett a forceful response and copied Whatnot Inc. on it. Matskin's response called Shockett out for discovery misconduct, framed what he perceived as Jeremy Hale's litigation abuses, and invited Whatnot to discuss issues pertaining to Hale v. Preston, as to avoid subpoenas and depositions. Shockett responded by accusing Matskin of attempting to tortiously interfere with plaintiff's business with Whatnot and stating he considered Matskin's request to produce the Whatnot contract as withdrawn. Bye, Stacey. Sorry, I do that so that I don't have to rely on super chats, because this is how I feed my family, you know? This is, Also too quick to react to the smallest thing she doesn't like. Yeah. With YouTube subs, it will always ebb and flow, but reaching milestones makes the next one easier. With the more you get, the easier the new one becomes. Yeah, I've been hanging out around 39, 60, and we go up to 70, we go down to like 55. You go up to 70, we go down to like 56. You go up, we go down. But, I've heard a couple people have been saying that I haven't been putting in much effort, and not like I care what they say, but they're right. Yeah. Those foreskin ambulance chaser is a whiny little biatch. I don't disagree. Thus, instead of the misleading picture that the plaintiffs present in paragraph 131 of their amended complaint, the reality is that Matskin's email comments were part of a discovery dispute in which the plaintiffs had made Whatnot witness to. Matskin's comments, properly contextualized, are insufficient to support a claim for tortious interference, especially when the plaintiffs have not and apparently cannot allege any breach in their relationship with Whatnot. I don't know. Yeah, and I have YouTube Premium. Honestly, I got YouTube Premium for when I stream trials, to not have to worry about their ads when I'm streaming a trial that has already been streamed. It's the best $14 I've ever spent. Best $14. It's well worth it. Yeah. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me, even though I'm sounding like a I don't know how Taylor Lorenz and Laura Owens do this to their voice on purpose. Ugh. Really. Better to have fewer subscribers who will stick around than those who are so butthurt by life intruding that they will leave you when you're ill. That's true, and I appreciate that. Like, it's quality over quantity. So, and I learned, you find out who your acquaintances are. Because we had the conversation about parasocial relationships. And thank you, Deborah. It's just one of the things that it's just not coming back quickly. Thus, the court should dismiss count 5 to the extent that it is predicated on a claim that Matskin tortiously interfered with the plaintiff's business relationships. And she's over there, so I'm not coughing right on her. And hey, Thursday Angel, how are you feeling? I hope you're recovering all right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes. And if you want to contribute to the channel, but you want to know where your money is going, because I know there's been like a lot of people who are, when they donate to things that have been on certain things are like you don't know where your money's going. I have an Amazon wish list. It's mostly stuff for the house that I'm eventually going to buy anyway. So, and even if something doesn't work out and have to be returned, that money can only be used on Amazon, so you know exactly where your money's going. And you don't have to give your money to Google. You spilled water. It's okay. It's just water. It's okay. Do you want a hug? Do you want a hug? No? Okay. She spilled a little water on her shirt and she got upset with herself. Except the fact that you're a Dogs fan. Well, you know, I'm also a Packers fan, so there's that. You know, the Tortious. Oh, thank you, Iowa Gal, for the $20 super chat. For all you do, this is 20 for you. Thank you. And Janice, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Love your channel. If I can't catch you live on my replay group, thank you so much. And I really do. I really do appreciate all the support. Terry, there's a difference between grifting and subs liking channel. Yeah. And I understand, like, it is a business and it is like there's a certain, like, I have to grift a little bit, but it's not like it's how I feed my family. So it's not like it's the difference between, like, I don't know. But it's also a transparency thing because a lot of the times, like, transparency, the money I make this month. So if you say like $5 for Baby Squid's Banana Fund, whatever, the money that I make in June, I will not see until the end of July. I get paid between the 21st and 26th of the following month. So it takes that long. Like, you don't get, that's how YouTube pays out. So, like, if you say $5 for this and you actually expect that $5 to go for her banana fund, like, I can't guarantee that it will because it's $5 that I won't see for another month and a half. So, like, it's you know how that's how YouTube pays out. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of that, like, a lot of people don't know that either. So, like, it's a minimum of payouts are like a minimum of $100. You don't get paid out unless you have $100 in your bank account, so to speak. And then you don't get paid until the following month. And I don't know how they do it if everybody's on the same timeline, but mine is like the 21st of the month. So I won't see anything that I make in June until July 21st. So you think about how delayed that is. So if someone told me in May 1st, this is for so-and-so, I probably won't remember exactly what that's for. So, you know, I only sound like I'm barely squeaking. Yeah, and YouTube takes 30%. So, whereas my, like, the Amazon doesn't take anything. So, hey, Emma, how are you? So it's a, bananas. So y'all can take that information with, like, I try to be transparent with y'all because, it is what it is. Not good with names. Thanks for the £2. Bananas for Christmas fund. Yeah, and I do have a Venmo and Cash App and PayPal too. It's one of those things of YouTube's not, like, super happy with us putting it up there. So it's in my stuff, but I don't post it a lot. But I do have it. It's kind of one of those things. So, it is what it is. I have all the stuff. I don't ask for it because that's why I turn on ads in my live streams, because I'm like, that way if I make $1 on ad revenue, it's like, that's $1 that I didn't have to take out of your pockets. It's $1 I took out of advertisers' pockets. That's much preferred. All right. Tortious interference does not exist when an internet platform makes editorial decisions protected by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Oh my God. And I have to do my research on um 230 because honestly, I back like 4 or 5 years ago, I admit I knew much more about it a long time ago than I do right now. The fact that I haven't read about it in a long time, I've had some knowledge loss. You know, I hate the fact businesses don't have operations to help you anymore. It sucks. You know, it is what it is. So, hey, and I still have to check out that squid that guy you mod for. I still have to check it out. I keep forgetting. It's one of those like I ask you every time you tell me, and then like my brain forgets to do it when when I all my Tammys are here. Oh, hey baby girl, you want to FaceTime Grandpa? You want to FaceTime Grandpa? Okay. Grandpa just texted us. I'm gonna text my dad real quick. So my dad's going to FaceTime her. All right. Sorry, guys. Chat says hi. I did. I said chat says hi. Even assuming that the plaintiff states sufficient facts to allege a plausible claim for of tortious interference against Matskin, their claims fail as a matter of law because it seeks to impose liability on Matskin for editorial decisions for which internet companies enjoy absolute immunity under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. I'm really shocked that no one's brought this up earlier in this whole thing. However, I don't see this flying because Matskin's post didn't, and what they said did not violate necessarily terms of service. Yes, Section 230 doesn't apply because Hales isn't complaining about YouTube, but about Matskin, so this claim fails as a matter of law. You state it better than I do. You state it much better than I do. And hey, Star. Yeah, that's your your way with words is much better than mine. Like Jeremy never mentioned YouTube being the problem. It's the people using YouTube as their platform. I have to help her real quick. She hung up on him. I heard her iPad ring, and she hung up on him. So I'm gonna go help her real quick. Because I'm gonna get a text message from my dad right now that says she hung up on me, or she didn't answer. So I will be right back. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and I'm gonna go help her call Grandpa. All right. Grandpa's on her pad and she doesn't want to talk to him. She's hiding behind here and her pad's over there. So, you know. We called him and she ran the other direction. She hid behind my chair. She apparently didn't want to talk. And the minute he hung up, she went right back over to our iPad. I don't know. It's funny how they're trying to get an internet claim when Jeremy is the only one with an internet tower on a property that he is leasing out to phone companies. Man. None of this makes sense. None of the logic makes sense. She's been doing that lately where she'll want to FaceTime somebody. Like, would you want to FaceTime Nana? Do you want to FaceTime Grandpa? And the minute we FaceTime them, she runs. It's like she likes playing hide and seek. It's like her game of hide and seek. But she doesn't quite understand that they can't find her because they're on the phone. It's, yeah. Girls will be girls. Yep. All right. This is their claim fails as a matter of law because it seeks to impose liability on Matskin for an editorial decision for which internet companies enjoy absolute immunity under Section 230. That statement makes no sense. That statement makes no sense. Like, this liability on Matskin for his statements. There's no editorial decision. What is YouTube's editorial decision? This makes no sense. Like, I can't wait to see the freaking response to this. I really hope the judge has some words for this. Hey Taz, I hope you had a great day yesterday. This makes no sense. His trying to bring 230 into this is not here. Editorial. This has nothing to do with YouTube. The only thing that YouTube has to do with it is YouTube was the platform that they chose to make the defamatory statements and the conspiracy because they went on each other's platforms. I just, Anybody else frustrated by this statement and just like tell me you don't know what you're talking about without telling me? He's comparing apples to lemons. And don't ask why I have a lemon on my desk. I know you're a Marine and all, but that's a smart statement. You know I'm kidding. This crap is getting old. Yeah. He really went to law school. And I understand that lawyers have to find loopholes and they have to do they have to find links to things that normal people wouldn't find links to. However, you have to be Simone Biles in order to do the mental gymnastics to make that make sense. And there is only one Simone Biles. And this dude ain't it. Just saying. And the Southern District of Florida recognized this principle in Illuminate Media, Inc. for the Care Foundation, Southern District of Florida, 2019. Moreover, even if plaintiffs had established a business relationship between Loomer and Twitter, Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act insulates internet providers such as Twitter from exactly the kind of liability Loomer now seeks to impose on defendant under the CDA. Twitter cannot be held liable for its decision to exercise traditional editorial functions such as moderating content on its platform. This paragraph has no... And I know why some people get confused reading legal documents, because lawyers try to put shit in legal documents that have nothing to do with the fucking case. And this is one of them. This is like a what? This is not... Yeah. I just can't. Now I'm gonna sit here and eat my crayons. Don't eat the yellow ones. I heard they're more toxic than the other. Yellow number 5 makes your peen small. Lemons go in that hot toddy. Scotch, lemon, water, and honey. That's one of the reasons I bought it. But the little you can see my lemon has teeth marks in it because somebody decided that they wanted to try to eat my lemon. Oh, I plan on making it. Mommy bought me two small shot bottles of Jack Daniels yesterday. So this guy, not Twitter. Oh yeah, I just can't. Yeah, and just because it's like simply repeating a statement over and over again doesn't make it a fact. And that's what certain people on certain sides of the aisle, really extreme far that way, and you can see what hand my ring is on, so you can see that way. You can tell what side of the aisle that way, that if they think they repeat something over and over and over again, that it becomes the truth. And it just like, no, it doesn't. I don't. Green means I get veggies, at least in my mind. She did get me a Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. So, yeah, but I like court stuff. And the reason that this is fascinating to me is because when I found out that this was his lawyer, and I did a little research on his lawyer, and I knew that he had sued Meta, I was waiting for this. Angel, you want your water? Your water's over here. Come get your water. I gotta get her water real quick. Angel Bug. Here you go. Here you go, Tinky Bug. Go. Are you happy now? Do you need anything else? Do you need anything else? Are you good? Okay. I love you. Love you. No response. All right. I knew that this Section 230 stuff, as soon as I knew that he had sued Meta in the past, I knew this Section 230 stuff was coming. I was waiting for it. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to read this, because I was waiting for it. Because I wanted to, I knew this was coming. I saw this a mile away. It's just... See also 47 U.S. Code 230E3. The court recognized that even if the defendants had persuaded Twitter to ban journalist Laura Loomer's account, Section 230 does not permit end runs around the Communications Decency Act's explicit prohibition that Twitter cannot be held liable for its decision to moderate content on its platform. This has nothing to do with content moderation. Absolutely nothing to do with content moderation. Content moderation. I don't know about that one, but it seems like they're trying to make it like Jeremy's trying. This lawyer is trying to make it seem like Jeremy is trying to make it out like it's a content moderation problem, and it's not. It's an individual creator's problem. It's a creator problem. It's a creator problem. It's just, and it's like this. It's explicit prohibition that Twitter cannot be held liable for its decision to moderate content on its platform. Thus, the court held that 230 barred Loomer's tortious interference claim against the CARE Foundation for attempting to convince Twitter to ban Loomer. No one's trying to convince YouTube to ban them. Yeah, King Paco, if you haven't seen the stream I did a couple days ago, I talked about why this means more to YouTubers and YouTube audiences than it does to the court system, and why the court system and the legal system, when you go say file a when someone threatens you online and you go file a police report, the police kind of don't take you seriously. It's like, because we have these parasocial relationships, whereas like you and I have met, like King Paco and I have met, Flashfan and I have met online. Like we've seen each other face to face. We've talked face to face. We haven't met in person, but we've been on the same streams together. So like, but it's these parasocial relationships that I think that the police and the judicial system does not understand. And this is where I'd love to talk to one of my I'm going to try to talk to her if she has time, or she's willing to, a psychologist friend of mine, and try to get her take on this from a psychology perspective, because this is why I think the real world and the real world authorities don't take internet beefs seriously, is because they don't understand the parasocial relationships and how personal that they can get, even though it's just online. Even though it's online, but you have emotional attachments to people. Like, y'all are my community. Even though I don't know each one of you individually, like, we have a parasocial relationship. I'd like to think that it's a healthy parasocial relationship, but it's still a parasocial relationship. And some people don't have healthy relationships and they get out of hand. It's where stalking things come from. It is an unhealthy relationship. And I think that's the core root of all of this. Like, I don't know. The principle applies in this case. The plaintiffs accuse Matt Skin of interfering with the relationships with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. They ignore any curtailment of their ability to publish or distribute of any of these platforms would fall squarely within these platforms' editorial discretion to enforce their terms of service and the content It's not about it's not a that he's conflating two different things. It's not about Jeremy's ability to post, because I can post, but I post and I get 1,000 views. Jeremy posts and he gets 10,000 views. He makes a whole lot of money, more ad revenue on 10,000 views than I do on 1,000. Just saying. And there's a monetary difference. So when you put, we're just going 1,000 to 10,000. I know there's much more nuanced and there's much more number differences than that, but we're just trying to make it, for the sake of numbers, make it easy. 10,000 to 1,000. You take that over the course of 100 videos. That is a lot of money. That is car payments. That is mortgage payments. That is flights to and from Ohio to Florida. That's a lot of money. So it's not about the ability to post. It's about the revenue that you get from posting. That's where I think that this lawyer is trying to conflate the views. It's not about being able to post. It's about the views, the ad revenue. There's two different issues. There's two different issues. And I think he's trying to take advantage of the judge's ignorance in that area. Because it's not about whether you can post or not. It's if I get a video that only gets 200 views and I get a video that gets 2,000 views, there's a significant difference. And there's like I can buy like a cheeseburger from McDonald's, or I can put an entire tank of gas in my car kind of difference. Like, and that's just 1,000 views. So you got to think, you got to think over the course of many videos, over years that this has been going on. That's a lot of money. So, oh my goodness. And thank you, Bingo Bertie, for the contribution to my gift card fund on Amazon. The message with love, get well soon. Thank you so much. The hater group induced put in writing that they want to destroy Jeremy and take down his YouTube channel. If they were to accomplish it, that can happen to any YouTuber on any platform. Yeah. Yeah, I saw I had a notification from Google for my Gmail. And then when I saw check your have her check her email, I'm like, okay, that must be you. So yeah, I have no idea what that XP thing is up. Yeah, I moved up to number 3 on that magical XP thing that YouTube now has that has no rules or information. I have no idea what it's about either. And it's a lot more people who think they're personal friends with Jeremy and get butthurt at him for not knowing who they are. And I think, and Kirby, I had talked about this on a previous stream. I don't know if you had seen it or not. But if you had seen it or not, but I did mention, I think that is kind of the heart of the issue from the very beginning. I think parasocial relationships are what caused this whole thing in the first place. Because it's been well established by now that Lynette was a fan of Jeremy's and Jeremy's channel. And she went to that, whatever that meet and greet was. I don't remember the name of it. But whatever the name of that meet and greet was, but she acted as though Jeremy was supposed to know who she was. And I think that she got hurt and felt personally insulted. And this is not to insult Lynette at all, because I think this happens all the time. I've had this happen to me, where I've gone out to a store and I've seen a patient who I worked with, and I've said how wonderful they were as a patient, and I've seen them out in town, and they came up to me and started talking to me, and they started talking to me like we were best friends, and I had no idea who they were. And I felt so bad because they felt like they had this tight-knit relationship with me, and I had no idea who they were. And I had to politely say, I'm sorry, I see so many people. I recognize your face, but I cannot tell you your name. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name or where I know you from. And when they told me, it was like, I'm sorry, I see 15 patients a day over the course of 5 days a week for 6 years. That's a lot of people. Like, things get, it's like I can remember I told this to my mom yesterday. I was like, I can remember my 4th grade teacher's name. My 4th grade teacher had how many 4th grade students? So I tried to handle it where I was compassionate towards them, that I was not trying to insult them by not remembering who they are, but I'm also female. And I know what it's like to have someone not remember who you are. I think that Lynette got hurt personally when she thought Jeremy was going to know who she was, and he didn't. And he's a dude. Sorry, no offense to men, but y'all don't handle situations with as much compassion as women do. You're a little more blunt than women are on the emotional spectrum. It's okay, Angel. It's okay. It's okay. And when that happened, she got very upset, and he didn't realize, he just moved on, and she held that. She took that personally, and that's where most of the haters on that channel are people who are butthurt. Lisa was Jeremy's mod. Gator Boy was a friend of Jeremy. Bone Crusher was all for Jeremy. Now he hates him. And yeah. What? You mean there are innate differences between males and females? Hayden? So I know. It's just one of those things. Oh yeah, I saw that. I know his real name. But I'm also not one of those people who goes around and says it, because I know people know my real name and they don't say it, and I appreciate that. So yeah. Hi, Ancient Drummer. How are you? Emotional spectrum. Yeah, don't make me laugh, because and we're not saying that. I'm not getting into details of situations, but just in general, I think that certain issues were taken personally that probably weren't meant to be personal, and people got hurt. And when you get hurt, and what do women do? Women take things, when women get butt hurt and take things personally, it never goes well. Ever. Ask me how I know. All right. Allowing plaintiffs to proceed on tortious interference claim that sounds in a classical editorial function would create the exact end run that Illuminate Media found impermissible. The court should not permit it and dismiss the plaintiff's tortious interference claims insofar as they pertain to plaintiff's claim of relationships with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. Matskin is entitled to a qualified privilege for his statement to whatnot. Florida law recognizes qualified privileges for attorneys who make statements during ex parte out-of-court questioning of a potential non-party witness in the course of investigating a pending lawsuit, if those statements are connected with or related to the subject of inquiry. Delmonico v. Traynor. The issue of whether a statement is connected with or related to the subject of inquiry is a threshold determination to be made by a judge, mindful that much latitude must be allowed to the judgment and discretion of those who maintain a cause in court when determining what is pertinent. As a general rule, though, the statements are privileged so long as the act has some relation to the proceedings. Once the defendant shows that the statements are related to the subject of inquiry, the plaintiff proves express malice that the defendant's primary motive in making the statements was the intent to injure the reputation of the plaintiff. In this case, there is no question that Matskin was an attorney representing Lynette Preston and John Cook in Hale v. Preston. There is also no question that Matskin made his comments while communicating with Whatnot about a discovery dispute in Whatnot as a non-party witness in Exhibit A. There is also no meaningful dispute that Matskin's comments were directed at addressing what he perceived as Attorney Shockett's besmirching of him. There is also no meaningful dispute that Matskin invited Whatnot to contact him informally investigate pertaining to Hale v. Preston, so as to avoid subpoenas and depositions. The context that Matskin supplied about what he perceived as Attorney Shockett's misleading communication to Whatnot was highly relevant to the inquiry that ultimately framed for Whatnot about critical issues in Hale v. Preston. It served to show Whatnot as to why two strangers were suddenly to have a heated discovery argument in its email inbox about a contract. And it placed Whatnot on notice that it should proceed cautiously. All of that was highly relevant to Matskin's approach to dealing with Whatnot, particularly in light of the tone that Attorney Shockett set for the interaction. Thus, Matskin showed that his such statements were made in the course of investigating a non-party's testimony and that were relevant to the inquiry at hand. I mean, we could sit and argue that, but I mean, we could sit and argue that all day, but my jaw muscles don't have the effort for that. Tug showed a lot of emails to Whatnot and YouTube from BBB. The plaintiffs plead no facts to show that Matskin's primary motive was an intent to injure the plaintiff's reputations. But he stated on multiple occasions that his intent is to injure their reputation. So why would his... That's an inference that I'd be willing to, if 1 + 1 always equals 2. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a damn duck. That's what I said. Oh, the other day, I tried to yell something. I sounded like a damn turkey call. If y'all know what a turkey call sounds like, it's annoying as hell. I laughed. Mr. Squid just looked at me, and I was like, you don't need a turkey call when you go hunting. Just take me. I'll be your damn turkey call. Instead, they omit that entire context of the email discussion to frame the statement as a gratuitous attempt to injure the plaintiffs. They hide from the court that they initiated the conversation in Whatnot's inbox. I've seen those emails in another filing in the first case. It was never hidden that Randy initiated that email. Where's Bad Duck when you need him? That Matskin very clearly responded to what he perceived as their counsel's mudslinging, and that his response very clearly was direct at responding to Attorney Shockett. Nothing about that contact supports any inference that Matskin acted with expressed malice. Thus, the court should find that the plaintiffs have failed to allege sufficient facts to overcome Matskin's qualified privilege and dismiss count 5. All right, and that's where I have to call it a day. We're at F. We've made it to page 23. Usually I can make it through this a lot faster. However, my my voice, I'm doing what I can. I appreciate y'all sticking with me. Mr. Squid is a duck hunter. Mr. Squid and his brother for Christmas last year. My dad and I helped pay for Mr. Squid, and Mr. Squid helped pay for his brother to go to a hunting lodge for a day overnight, and they went duck hunting. So when my friend is a painter, she has a contract right now with a house that her wait list for paintings is like 3 years, but when she's able to, she will paint us a mallard, because we have a painting by her of every duck that we've unalived, every species. So far, we have a mallard. The mallard we don't have the painting of. We have a wood duck, hooded merganser, and green-wing or blue-winged teal, green-winged teal. So, yeah, we have duck in our freezer right now. I can't wait to make duck poppers. All right, no duck. All right, y'all have a great day. I will see you guys on the next one. I will probably be trying to finish this up tomorrow morning. And then I will be streaming with Spawn tomorrow afternoon. And hopefully I will be releasing that video about Larissa Thompson, the mother who was tragically unalived, allegedly by 6 illegal immigrants in May in South Carolina, which is not too far from here. So hug your kids a little tighter, because life is precious. And we are going to Shizzy is live right now. We are going to Bruce writes Atkins and signs the filing so bad it screams I wrote this myself. He is going over this filing too. So y'all have a great day. Go tell Shizzy that I said hi, and we will finish this up tomorrow. Bye, guys.